Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel Simran Says. In today's video, I'll explain what ransomware is and we'll break down some of the biggest attacks in history, and finally we'll go through how to protect yourself from ransomware. So let's get into it. Now, what exactly is a ransomware? Basically, it's classified as a malware which locks up your files, your systems, and demands a ransom to unlock them. The hackers will basically say that pay us or you lose everything. Now, ransomware usually spreads in these three typical ways. Firstly, using a phishing email. Secondly, say a weak password. So if your password is 123456, congrats, hackers love you. And third one, using an outdated software. The main target for hackers is just to get inside the system. So they creep in the system using these three typical ways, and once they're in the system, they want to escalate privileges. So they creep up to get admin access so that they can do more damage. Talking about damage, let's look at some of the biggest cyber attacks in history that have happened due to ransomware. Let's firstly talk about WannaCry. Back in 2017, WannaCry spread like wildfire. It infected over 200,000 computers across 150 plus countries, targeting hospitals, banks, businesses, even government offices were hit. And who was one of the biggest victims? The UK's NHS, or National Health Services. Now imagine going to a hospital for an emergency, but the doctor cannot access patients' records because the computers are all locked away. Surgeries had to be cancelled, and even ambulances were turned away. It was absolute chaos. And here's the crazy part. This could all have been prevented. How? Because Microsoft had already released a security update that could have stopped WannaCry. But because a lot of companies did not update their systems, they got hacked. So what's the lesson here? Update your systems. Hackers love old and unpatched systems. So how can you protect yourself from ransomware? Here are top 5 things that you can do. Firstly, back up your data. If hackers lock your files, you can just restore them from your backup instead of paying them. So back up your data. Secondly, update your software. If you see any pop-ups of update required, go hit that update right now, just because you don't want any security gaps to be left open. Thirdly, think before you click. If you haven't applied to any job and you get an email saying that you have an interview coming up and please click on this link, do not do it. So don't hit on any attachments, don't click on any links, especially if you're not expecting any. Fourth, use strong passwords. I cannot emphasize this enough. As I've already done in my previous videos, use strong passwords. Lastly, enable multi-factor authentication, or MFA. I have mentioned this in my previous videos as well, that MFA is so important, because even if hackers get access to your password, it makes it harder for them to break in. So use MFA. And for businesses, they need real security teams monitoring threats, testing defenses, and running training programs, because we know that one mistake can cause so much money. So if you're a business owner, don't just wait for that incident to happen so that you have your lessons learned and now you want a security team. No, get a security team. Even if it's a small one, just make sure that you've set aside some budget for your system security. So folks, ransomware isn't going away anytime soon. It's only getting more advanced, but with the right security habits, you can stay protected. The key here is to stay informed, stay cautious, and always be prepared. Now, if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay secure.